Okay, so this is the sound lighting board. This is the lighting board, and you first need to take off the cover to not get any dust on it because you don't want that happening.
One switch is just down here, and then on the left back of the board. Yeah.
And it should turn on, and there should be something coming up on the screen. And then to turn the lights on, you will have to go up to the dimmer pack, which is on stage, and flick the two things up there.
Three-phase power switches.
Power switches, yeah. And then when you come back, you have to turn the Grandmaster up to whatever.
30.
30.
So you start at 30 to warm it up, and then give it about 10 minutes at that, and then up to 70 for another 5 or so minutes, and then up to 100, because otherwise they'll overheat and go poof.
Yeah.
Like in drama.
Yeah, you don't want that happening.
At the moment there's nothing on these bottom channels at all.
So you don't use them.
Just ignore them. Don't use them. Either lights are on these, so you just move these right the way up.
And when they come, to know that if the board's on, the lights will come up on the top of these. So you can see what ones are on. So if you accidentally have it down here, but you see the lights still on up there, that means the light's on.
And this little
so you need to turn it
bar shows the percentage that they're up to as well, if you want to use that. But yeah, so this is the Grandmaster that controls
the brightness
of all of the lights that you've got on.
And then if you just want to control one of the lights' brightness, you just turn that down, up and down. And yeah, and that's really all that you need to know.
That's the basics really.
But yeah, you just have to wait for them to warm up, because if you wait or you do it too early, you can blow all the light bulbs.
So maybe girls, you have a look at where those on-off switches etc. were. Just have a really good look at it.
So
you go up and have a play with it.
Yeah, you can come. No, come. Just don't worry about these, and make sure that these two things
they have to be up, otherwise it won't work.
Yeah. Yeah, that's that. And if you just want a few down, you can just send them down like that. Yeah.
But the on and off switch, you can actually just, if you want to feel like under the back,
yeah,
left, you can just switch it off.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
It's like under. There. You just have to feel around.
So there, but. Oh yeah, and then
so you just switch it off now if you like.
Yeah. Yep. And then you put the cover back on, get the dust off, and that's it. That's the lighting board. Yay!
You might as well carry on now with the soundboard.
Keep rolling, okay. This is soundboard cover at the moment, so take that off obviously, but then put it back on afterwards, get the dust out like we said before.
Yep, and to turn the soundboard on, you just turn it on down here, which is already on, and then there's a switch at the back.
Have a look for that, girls, because it's really quite hard to find.
It's just under. You've got the light here, it's just like,
you can flick it on
below and to the right.
Yeah.
It's just there. It's easy though.
It's just right next to the light.
Oh yeah. So this may look confusing, but what it is just like an individual channel repeated like 20 odd times. But before it's all the same, just repeated.
Yeah. Before you can do anything though, you have to make sure the soundboard's on, and then you go turn on the speakers. So you can't turn the speakers on then the soundboard, or else it does weird things.
And we'll show you where the speakers are turned on shortly.
Yeah. Just once they're finished.
Channels? You're gonna find
Channels, okay. Basically get it working. Grandmaster, but like on the lighting board, if you want any sound to come out, this needs to be on and up to 0.
And always keep it at 0, because that's just where it...
Never above 0. And then say, like for example, this one here's the lectern, like the little mic up there. Just, if you want something on, just turn it on and up to the volume that you want, generally around 20 for this one.
Yeah.
So yeah, on button has to be on, this little stereo ST, little red button has to be in.
Or else no sound will come through if you don't have that in.
So it's an easy track. Oh, why is nothing coming out? Just double check that it's in.
Yeah. And
PFL you won't really need, but if you want to see if sound is coming through without actually putting it through the main speakers, you just press it and you can see.
See right now you can see that she's speaking through the lectern, but the lectern's not on.
So even...
But the speakers aren't on.
Yeah, like the speakers aren't on, so it's not actually coming through the speakers.
Yeah.
But we can see that there's actually stuff coming through that channel at the moment.
Yeah.
that makes sense?
Yeah.
So it's a good way to check without having to put whatever you're playing through the whole entire thing. Assembly, National Anthem, is on the USB here, which is the only thing on here. So you just have to press the USB button and then just play.
Yeah.
And then back to the start once it's finished for your next assembly, but you only be on.
And the control for the volume for that is this knob here, which you just turn up and down, and it makes it louder and quieter and stuff like that. But with the channel over here, if you still can't hear them and you have that to about 0, stop. Don't let it go any part. Like, don't let it go past this one over here.
These can never be higher than the Grandmaster, otherwise you'll get feedback, which is basically just an annoying noise.
Yeah. And so if that happens, you adjust the gain, so it's like the sensitivity, so it just makes it more sensitive or less sensitive.
So if you've got it like barely on and it's still like too loud than you want, you can adjust the gain. So you've got more control here, if that makes sense. Like if it's only just on, you don't really have much control over it. Turn this, I want to change this, so you've just got more control of the volume.
Yeah.
Basically,
Just because they're probably wondering all the other knobs for. Just tell them at the moment they're not really necessary.
Yeah. So at the moment, not using a majority of these
or these.
These,
and you don't have to worry about anything about this
just
at the moment.
don't touch all of this section here, pretty much.
Yeah.
Just the gain and then this through here. On channel 2 is the volume for the computer. So when you've got the computer on stage, like when they play YouTube videos at assembly or something, you can just plug the computer in and it comes through that channel there. So if you're playing something from up there, that channel has to be on. And the 2 wireless mics that we have, they are through these 2 channels. The mic with the orange band is that one, and the blue one's that one.
You want to show them the mics?
Oh yeah, mics are just in here. Ooh.
Just explain the band.
So
little coloured bands.
blue band is channel 32 and 23 I mean. And to turn it on, you just click that on and a little screen comes up and it says thing. And when you're using the mics, you have to turn the mic pack on.
That helps. So that's also got a sort of switch down there and then just the on button there.
That's all you have to do.
And to know when a mic's on, so you flick it on and you see how it lights up. It should light up. You probably can't see it very well, but when you turn it off, it goes dark again. So you turn it on and it lights up. It should, yeah.
So you can easily have someone on stage has actually got their mic turned on or not.
Yeah. So that's how you can tell.
And can you just explain about the battery and how you can read it?
Oh yeah, so you can see the battery here on the mic and it says how much battery it has, and you can actually see it up here, so if it gets low, you know when it's low, you need to change the battery. But yeah.
There's also, if you're either in here with a computer or a phone that you want to play music from, we have this cord here. So that's running through this channel here, which is labelled iPod MP3. So you just plug whatever you want. Got mine. Just plug it into there. And it works. It's really quite quiet, so turn the volume on whenever it is up to full. Yeah. So make sure the volume on the device is up to full, and then you can just adjust it with that there.
And to make sure that it does work, you need to have that out, or else if you have it in, that means you have the USB in.
That's a tricky little button. So if it's in, you're playing stuff from the USB. If it's out, you're playing through this cord.
And, it's little stuff like that that you forget. So don't worry, this is a lot to take in, right?
Like when we first learnt, like we literally stood in here for 3 hours just
not knowing anything.
But now you know.
Yeah, so basically that one, just don't touch it. You won't have to worry about it unless you want to change the volume up here, but you'll be using that one just there.
Open that window now.
But yeah.
Can you show them the batteries and the mics where they are? I mean, it's simple stuff like that. We know.
Yeah, no, all good. So if you want to get the batteries up, basically is you finance office. Yeah.
Yes.
I think if they're even running
rechargeable batteries.
Yeah.
Those ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Go and check tomorrow.
Oh, those ones aren't.
They're not rechargeable?
We put some in, I think,
Oh, did you?
that were rechargeable. Was it that mic or the other one?
Okay, oh, that's right. That's okay.
Yes, there's some, at least one mic is rechargeable. Should we go through?
So would you? How about getting each of the girls just to guide them through, and they do the hands-on of turning it on?
Yeah, do you want to go turn the speakers on now? Because
Thanks, Hannah.
shall we show them?
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go. Okay.
After the
Maybe
stage,
we
we'll
could
do
show the
demo
dimmer as well.
Should we go through plugging in guitars?
I wouldn't worry about that just yet.
Not worrying about that.
Yeah, I think too much.
So for each speaker, there's two switches. So one switch that side, one switch this side. If you guys want to. And it has a little speaker label on it, and you just click it on. And you can tell because when the speaker's on, there's like a little light on the speaker. And you can see it from the back.
Yeah, so
We'll
from
leave
the
them on.
booth,
Yeah.
You can see.
And we'll show you.
Yeah.
And quickly, this here is the remote for the data projector screens. So you can put them for some reason they're already up. So press the middle button, and then press up or down. Then middle button to stop.
They go up and down.
That works for both.
Show them about the
The
box.
other speaker thing is behind that curtain. So that's just the same
We'll show them the box, but we don't have to get into too much detail.
Yeah, don't have to worry about it. So this is basically, if I can get it up, is the box. And basically that is lectern. So that's that mic there. So that's channel 1. So if you can see, that goes into channel 1 and connects to the board, so it's like channel, yeah. And that's the computer, which is there. And you can plug any instrument or anything into the other ones.
Explain about the snake.
Oh yeah.
Just how it all gets from here down to there.
So basically it just takes the cords. Yeah.
Yeah,
cords to take
the
it down.
big cable there, girls.
Yeah.
Every cable that you plug in there connects down to that board.
This here is the little thing for the sound for the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just in the ground.
Pretty good.
Yes, this little just goes down and over here under the stage and just comes up and down. Yeah, so we don't trip.
And
Trip over.
we'll show you the dimmer pack.
Power is in here as well, by the way.
We don't.
Probably won't be that, but
all the time.
So if you want to turn on the lights, you have to flick these two on. And it turns on these two dimmer packs just here. So this is what connects the light to the boards and how they control all the lights and everything. And basically, oh, there's one down.
Maybe that's why they weren't working.
Yeah, channel 2's down.
just pull it back up.
If you have, so that's basically when a fuse blows, and it tells you when, yeah, when a light's not working. So you have to look at that. And yeah, so every time you want to use the lights, you have to come flick these on, or else it won't work. And if at the end of the day, you just have to flick them off, or else they get really hot.
Just show them where that other speaker switch is,
Oh yeah, it's just behind the
because it's
curtain.
hidden.
Just
There it is.
The other speaker switch. Yeah.
So we pop back down.
That's everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
keep back to the booth.
And if you have a look, when you get down there back up to the speakers, you'll see wee blue light on.
Yep.
Oh, you need to go through.
Data projector. How to plug that in.
Do you want to explain the done?
That's like, that's
Yeah, but we don't have a data projector with us, do we? A
Yeah,
computer.
I've got one.
I have my laptop.
Could we perhaps just run the girls through the sound desk
Yeah, sure.
and even the lighting desk, and show get them to do a hands-on?
Yeah.
So if you turn it on, and I'll just check, show Mr. Randy that light
So
is
if you guys come through here, so do you want to do the sound or the lighting first? Do the lighting first.
Lights first.
So yes. So what you do is you flick that on, and yeah, you can try it out. So you go flick it on.
Just go for it. Did we leave the dimmer pack on?
Yeah, it's a bit tricky to find it. Yep. That's, yeah, so you can see there that's turned on, and take those down. It's not very good. And so if you want to turn the lights on, you just flick that grey master up to 3. Yeah, so you can do that if you want. Should turn them on.
The channels up.
And then you get all these up.
Hear that?
So yeah, you guys can try that. You can just, so you flick them all the way up so they're at 100% on that one, but that means that's at 30, so all the lights are at 30 at the moment. So then you have to wait for about 5 or 10 minutes to let them warm up. And then you take it up to 70 for another like 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and then you take it up to what one you want.
Yeah, I did this in the drum room.
Oh, sweet. So you already know half of it. Awesome. And with the sound, so that's basically all you need to do for the lighting. But with the sound, so someone turn the board off. That's why there's buzzing. So can you hear that buzzing?
Yeah.
That's when the board's been turned off. And it should go away when the board's been turned back on. So now the board's all turned on, and if you want to use the lectern, what do you do first? Grandmaster? Yeah. And turn that one on and turn it up to... Yeah. And do you want to try that lectern? So you just... Yeah. So you just have to turn the on button on first. So yeah. Oh no, it doesn't matter. And turn the on button on and make sure...
Just gauge the volume in the speaker.
Pardon?
With whoever's speaking.
Yeah, exactly. So if Emily or someone like said something through the lectern now, she will be able to hear it.
Hannah, can you speak through the lectern mic?
Check 1, 2.
Yeah.
And have a go at turning it up and down. Yeah, keep talking.
So you can just...
Had a busy term and
Now here it's starting to feedback.
Yeah. That's when, yeah, so you do not want, so once you have the right volume, keep it at that volume. If another person comes on and they're a bit quieter, turn it up a little bit, even if you want to adjust the gain, that's alright, but just try not
Just
to...
keep talking, just adjust the gain and let it hear.
So you can, if you adjust it, yeah, you
Keep talking.
check 1, 2. I'm going to go to Mars.
Yeah, so you
But you can only go so far with that
and
too.
it got great sense of feedback. But so yeah, so just adjust that to where it's perfect and just leave it for us. Yeah, it just goes. We'll turn that off now. Then this one here is the thing on stage. And that's the laptop just there. So that adjusts the laptop. With the mics now. So turn the 2 mics on. Yeah. So I have mic 2 at the moment. So if you, yeah, and that's on, so we know that the mics are working. And then if you turn that on and speak through it, now you can speak through it.
Hello.
Yeah, so you can hear stuff now. So that's how you know the mics are on. And yeah, just actually don't try and tap it too much because sometimes it doesn't sort of mucks up the mic sometimes. And if you want the other mic, can you grab the other mic? Whereabouts is it? It's in the little box in the drawer.
Yep. Orange band.
Flick it on.
Did it do it?
There's the rechargeable ones as well.
Yeah.
Yep, so that's on.
The sound.
Yep.
Hello? Yep. So yeah, so you have 2 mics on now. And if something happens and there's some sort of feedback that's coming through, what you do is don't try and like do any of it, like don't adjust anything on here, just turn the thing off and put it straight down.
And lock the door.
And if it's still something's happening, just go ahead and just turn the whole grandmaster down because yeah, it just turns, that means everything's off and there should be nothing coming through the stereo. And yeah, and hopefully you can fix it after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, that's everything.
Also just quickly out. If you want to come out here. I'll show you the kill switch over here. Will it work? This little thing here. Little kill switch. It's not going to work.
But if you press the outside, it should all come on again.
Nope. Yeah, I think it has to be on the stage.
Oh yeah.
But if someone's, all of the house lights. But it has to be on there. But say the lights are on and you quickly need to turn off the lights off, for whatever reason.
Try it now.
You can just make it.
Yeah. Yeah, try it now, it should be on. Yeah, to do that, yeah.